Hey, where's your fucking warrant? Where's your warrant? No, you. Give me your badge and your name. Beat that. Give me your badge and your name.
What a conundrum. We got undocumented immigrants saying, hey, these ICE police are wearing masks, and we need to know who they are. We don't know who they are. And they're kidnapping people because we don't know who they are. And we got ICE officers saying, hey, man, I'm trying to protect my family. Y'all doxing us. And black Americans are sitting back going, man, we've always had jump outs come through the hood in unmarked cars. When did this become like a problem? It wasn't a problem before. Well, check this out as we cover that in this segment.
But you know what I've never seen a federal agent working a case do is pull a mask up so nobody knows who they are and go out and terrorize a civilian population.
What'd she say, guys? Hold on a second, Black America. What'd she say?
But you know what I've never seen a federal agent working a case do is pull a mask up so nobody knows who they are and go out and terrorize a civilian population.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
It must be nice to live in a world where you don't know anything about how the world works. And you can just make up your own reality and deny things exist and pretend that they've never occurred before. You know, I remember the first time I had red velvet cake. I was at a family member's home. It was like an aunt or something. They had like a potluck and someone there made it. And I was like, wow, what's that red cake? And someone said, Tim, that's red velvet cake. And I said, wow, red velvet. They said, would you like to try? I said, sure, I'd love to try. You know? But I actually was cooler than that. I was like, okay. Okay. You know, that's what my son does when he wants to try shit. He don't want to look pressed. It's like, hey, you want this steak and cheese? Okay. Good. Want this free internet? What the hell? How about these free water seltzer things from Paris that you like to drink? Would you like a case of those? Okay, sure, right. If you're going to bend my arm and twist my arm behind my back and push it up towards my skull and almost rip my shoulder out, you know, okay, you know, make me do it. So I ate the red velvet cake. And I swear it tastes like nothing red and nothing velvety about it. It just was red looking. I was not impressed, but it looked different. And they say you eat with your eyes first. So I get it. Overrated, by the way. Overrated. Red velvet cake, overrated. You know, but here's my point. After I ate the red velvet cake, I did not walk around going, wow, this new invention called red velvet cake. Wow, let me put out a press release. Let's do a documentary. Do a public service announcement about red velvet cake. Why did I do that? Why did I not do that? Because I'm not a moron. And I'm not stupid enough to think the world revolves around me. I may have just tried it. Other people been had red velvet cake. This Nancy Drew looking mofo. You know what I'm saying? She's talking as if all the rest of us haven't experienced or known about jump outs or undercover cops and people operating without clear identification on their jacket. They got a badge. It's in their freaking pocket. And if they get you, they go, hey, after they got you. Like, there are sting operations. And if you go down 13th Street in D.C., across from the Mayflower Hotel, and you try to pick up a little friendly companionship, you may be greeted by one of these people that she didn't just discover Bigfoot. Motherfucker, this has been going on for 100 years. Cops been lying, pretending. Ever since the first slave catchers put on some mud on their faces and pretended to be black, we've been dealing with cops posing. Sometimes we've had cops pose like they're part of the crew. Like they had cops and infiltrators working against Malcolm X. I mean, it's always been cops posing, goofy. The fact that you just discovered it's kind of a scary thing. It just shows You should never be in charge of anything at any time and not responsible for anyone.
Oh, you guys are against masks now? You know, the reason they have to wear them is because some of these violent protesters are trying to take their picture and dox them on the internet and put them and their families in harm's way. Do you agree with that?
I had
because
not,
I don't.
I had not heard about that, and which I think we live in kind of different informational silos. So I think you may not be as aware of the fact that there are like literally nannies out there with little kids in the neighborhood where I'm raising my family. The nannies are being snatched away, and the babies are being put in police cars for 4 hours. That's horrible. I didn't know about this doxing, and that's horrible too. So there's a lot of bad stuff that's happening. The doxing should not be happening, but what's happening is those masks are terrifying people. But I wasn't aware of the doxing.
Well, I don't disagree with you about masks being. I mean, all the protests that are happening, you know, the Free Palestine people now who have now converted into the pro-Iranian regime people. A lot of them wear masks out there. We don't seem to be exercised about that. But in the case of these law enforcement who are being doxed, and I mean, they're only being terrible. Doxed for one reason, because they want people to come along and do something terrible to them.
I'm from a law enforcement family, and I'm against that. And by the way, the Urban League is standing up against these mass protesters.
Well, you know, federal officials have said agents are concerned about them being doxxed, about their families, you know, having their public, you know, personal information revealed publicly, and that's the reason why they may want to partially sort of cover up. What's your reaction to that justification?
Yeah, I do not see it as doxing. I see it as 100% transparency. We need to have that. They are federal employees, similar to, you know, the person that works at the DMV, the person that works anywhere else. They are government employees. And because of that, we need to have transparency, and there needs to be levels of accountability. If they are masking themselves, if they are hiding themselves, then there is no room for that accountability to take place.
Well, you know, given that...
I'm going to answer the mask question. So... No, not the mask, the mask. So a lot of agencies were invited to come out 2 weeks ago in Los Angeles where we ran an operation where ICE officers were doxxed. So let's just say that again. People are out there taking photos of the names, their faces, and posting them online with death threats to their family and themselves. So I'm sorry if people are offended by them wearing masks, but I'm not going to let my officers and agents go out there and put their lives on the line and their family on the line because people don't like what immigration enforcement is. They are wearing those masks because we ran an operation with the Secret Service where we arrested someone that was going online, taking their photos, posting their families, their kids' Instagram, their kids' Facebooks, and targeting them. So let me ask, is that the issue here, that we're just upset about the masks? Or is anyone upset with the fact that ICE officers' families were labeled terrorist?
It's about the identification. Some of these agents don't have labels. All right, intentionally targeting heads of households in an effort to financially pressure people to leave the country.
Exercise their lawful right of self-defense to protect themselves, thinking they're being kidnapped. So the notion that this is for
thinking they're being kidnapped. Look, guys, I remember driving on a suspended license. When I got pulled over, I knew my license was suspended. I knew that. I had tickets. This lady thinks that people that are undocumented don't know they're undocumented. Like they don't know they ain't got their green card or that their thing expired or whatever the hell it happened, right? As if they don't have an inkling, like they just jumped out of a coconut tree. Like they don't know what's going on. Like they're like, wow, cops, I didn't have any idea.
Hey, where's your warrant? Where's your warrant? No, you. Give me your badge and your name. Beat that. Give me your badge and your name. You guys have no warrant, no probable cause. Shame on you guys. Shame on you. ¿Cuál es su nombre? Oiga, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Are you telling me you think this guy doesn't know that these are cops? I mean, why do you run? You think they're firemen? Candy stripers working at the clinic? Or these are clearinghouse sweepstakes people here to give him a fat check? Maybe that's what he thinks? Out of here. Wow, cops, I didn't have any idea. They're not dressed like they're from around your way. So now you're surprised and shocked. She's just talking like these people just unbeknownst to them. Like when they say assume the position, they're like, oh. Yeah, this is not a movie. It's not a movie, Goofy. People know stuff. People act like they don't know. What, me? Huh? Me? What did I do? Hope they don't know what I did. They know what they did.
Law enforcement's protection is utterly ludicrous, and we need to do away with that.
Next on deck.
Yeah, let's keep going, Johnson. Remember, we do live streams here 5 days a week. We're off Tuesdays and Saturdays. We're here at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, become members of the Tim Black Show.
Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.